The gods were thrilled to be constructing their grand halls and palaces atop the mountains. However, their excitement was soon interrupted by the arrival of a mysterious stranger. Odin, the father of the gods, approached this enigmatic figure, who claimed to know of their plans to build a city. While he could not create a palace, he offered to construct an indestructible wall around Asgard. Odin, intrigued, inquired about the timeline for such a feat. The stranger confidently replied that he could complete the wall in just a year. Recognizing the immense advantage of having a formidable wall, Odin accepted the offer and brought the stranger before the council of the gods. The stranger swore he would finish the wall within the year, and in return, Odin promised him any reward he desired. The next day, the stranger arrived with only himself and a remarkable horse. To the gods' astonishment, the horse proved to be far more than a mere laborer. It expertly set stones into place and worked tirelessly night and day. As the construction progressed, the wall began to take shape, and the gods grew increasingly. Concerned about the stranger's reward, Odin, worried about the stranger's intentions, sought to learn what he desired. The stranger's demands were shocking. He wanted the sun, the moon, and Freya, the goddess of beauty, as his wife. Furious at the audacity of these demands, Odin refused and convened with the other gods, who were equally horrified at the thought of losing such treasures. As despair settled in, Loki, the cunning trickster god, proposed a plan. He suggested allowing the stranger to build the wall, but urged that they clarify the conditions of the bargain. The wall would need to be completed by the first day of summer. If even one stone was missing, the stranger would forfeit his claim. Odin returned to the stranger to relay this new condition. The stranger, unfazed, seemed to relish the challenge, asserting his belief that the gods held too much power and that he was merely seeking balance. With construction progressing rapidly, the giant and his horse worked tirelessly. As the first day of summer approached, the wall was nearly complete, with only the gateway left to finish. The giant, confident of victory, instructed his horse to bring a final heavy stone to the gateway. That night, as the giant slept, Svadilfari, the horse, toiled away. But then he encountered a beautiful mare, who enticed him with playful banter. Tired from his relentless labor, Svadilfari decided to abandon his work to follow the mare, forgetting his duties and the wall's completion. They frolicked together through the moonlit meadows and eventually found a secluded cave, where they spent the night immersed in joy and laughter. The mare's charm captivated Svadilfari, and they lost track of time. Meanwhile, the giant awoke to find his horse missing and the final stone unplaced. Frantically searching the mountainside and beyond, he realized that Svadilfari was nowhere to be found. Time ran out, and with it the giant's chance to claim his extravagant reward. The gods breathed a sigh of relief, knowing they had outsmarted the stranger and avoided a dire fate. As the first day of summer dawned, sunlight streamed through the gap in the gateway, but the final stone was still missing. The gods felt a flicker of hope. If the wall remained unfinished by evening, Sul, Mani, and Freya would be safe. As the hours passed, the sun sank lower in the sky and Svadilfari, the horse, had still not returned. The giant stood furiously before the wall, realizing that without his horse, he lacked the strength to carry the heavy stone, let alone place it in the gateway. Evening approached, and the giant reluctantly faced the council of the gods. Odin, barely concealing his satisfaction, informed the giant that his work was incomplete. The bargain he had struck was now void, and he would receive no reward from the gods. The Aesir then paid the giant the wages they deemed he deserved. Frustration boiled over in the giant, and he raged against the gods, declaring that while he had built an impenetrable wall, his hands were still capable of destroying their precious palaces. In a fit of anger, he charged forward, ready to unleash his fury on Asgard's structures. However, the gods swiftly intervened, a fatal blow from Thor's hammer, which shattered his head into pieces no bigger than breadcrumbs. With the giant gone, the gods rejoiced, filling their cups with the finest mead and celebrating their victory with songs that echoed through the air. Their merriment was soon interrupted by Loki's arrival, prompting a wave of curiosity about how he had managed to thwart the giant. Loki leaned back, reveling in the attention as he revealed his clever plan. He had transformed himself into a beautiful Mare, leading Svadilfari down the mountain, rendering the giant powerless without his horse. The gods erupted in laughter, raising their cups to Loki's cunning nature. After a few months, Loki gave birth to a stunning eight-legged foal who was named Sleipnir, an eight-legged horse of Odin. That night, they celebrated their safety behind the Great Wall, feeling thankful for Loki's quick thinking. Yet amid the festivities, Odin observed the celebration with a heavy heart. While the wall stood firm, it was built on a foundation of broken oaths, and the injustice of the situation weighed heavily on him. The victory felt bittersweet as he grappled with the consequences of their choices in the glorious realm of Asgard. If you enjoyed this tale of Norse story and want to explore more captivating stories, be sure to subscribe to Ahmed's World for enchanting narratives and tales.